Hello everyone, welcome back to a general reading. Just a quick note to those who are waiting for a personal reading still. I am working on a list. As soon as the weekend is over, or perhaps even from tomorrow on, I am going by the list one by one. Also with the emails, I've received tons and tons of emails and I can't seem to reply to all of them, so I really need some time over the course of a couple of days to get to all of them, also for the confirmations. So please bear with me, I'm working on it. So we are going to do a reading. As you guys know, we just had the new moon and we are going to have a full moon in Scorpio, and it is going to be a very tough one. I could already feel the energies within the general readings. It's really all about facing your fears. As we all know, Scorpio energy is going into the depth, going into the unknown, going into your fears, your most feared outcomes, and dealing with those emotions. Scorpio is a very powerful psychic energy, and it will affect a lot of you, and a lot of things will be also resolved, but you do need to do the work, as you know. And for those who have been listening to my extra readings, the last couple of readings, there was like a lot of manipulation of energy, there was a lot of black magic and all that kind of stuff. This full moon is going to be all about releasing that energy and protecting your energy from it. So this is going to be a very profound reading. I'm really curious what else is going to come up in this reading. But for those who are dealing with a lot of fears, this is really not the time to try to avoid it, because it's just going to make it worse and worse. If you are fearful of, yeah, look at that, 5 of Pentacles. This is all about finding out what you really have deep within, and going through this time of limitation, time of rejection, time of fears, time of abandonment. And it's really talking about, what are you fearing? All right, like, what are your fears? You really need to take a close look at that. Is it the fear of being accepted? Is it the fear of being rejected? Is it the fear of not being respected? Is it the fear of being lonely? All of that, you need to really take stock. You need to do an inventory on your past. Maybe you've had dreams that really indicate what your fears are, or what you have been going through in past lives, because that is all about, you know, we have the trine in Pisces as well with this full moon. And so there's a lot of things within the ethers that will come to the surface as well, things that you need to really puzzle into pieces, because that's like the Scorpionic energy as well. Scorpionic energy, they like to investigate, they like to go into the deep corners, to the dark corners, and try to find out what it is that why they are feeling that way. For example, you get mad and you get frustrated because someone acted in a certain way. Scorpionic energy goes deep into that and tries to figure out what that is. But if you don't have a lot of Scorpionic energy, you might be fearful of that and try to avoid it. And that's kind of like going into more the Pisces kind of energy that could be going into the different corner and trying to avoid the situation, and then boom, the tower just kicks in, right? So this is all about limitations, feeling abandoned, feeling a loss. But in this deck, I love it. Here we have the Pisces card, by the way. Here in this deck, I love this deck in particular, because it shows that he's looking inside himself to appreciate and to be grateful for all the things that he does have. So all the, you know, if you have been abandoned by someone, or if you have been not accepted by people, just be grateful for that, because you don't want to be like one of the sheeps. You want to be the leader. You want to be different. So that's kind of like switching the energy. You know, even though you may have felt bad about it, the reward is you do not fit in with everyone, and the reward is that you are different. So it's about how you look at it. It's about changing the perspective, and that is also Pisces, changing the perspective. All right, so that is going to be one of the things that you guys are going to work with. changing perspective. This is the Three of Wands. This is going to be a very rewarding energy. If you if you can accept your fears and really work through them and really start to be grateful for all the experience and definitely the bad experience that you've encountered, you will get a better perspective and you will receive a very high rewarded energy, or something that is going to happen that is of high rewarded gift. All right, because the Three of Wands is telling about ships coming in, right? But this is more, in this deck, this is the Kundalini experience. So this is your mind, body, and soul being in alignment with each other. And this is being outside of, outside of the church, outside, not, feeling miserable, of not being the one that is a part of the group, or is not being loved, or, this is a lot about suffering in silence, suffering in poverty. So, this is a lot about suffering, all right? Suffering, limitations, and feeling a loss, all right? Feeling like you don't belong anywhere almost. That kind of deep rooted issues. These are deep rooted issues. Look at that. You see that here? I seriously love this card. But it is talking about, if you accept that energy, accept that loss, accept the bad experiences, and try to be open-minded, as I said, you will receive a reward. There is going to be an enlightenment that is going to happen, and there is going to be something coming into you in a form of spiritual enlightenment, most definitely, and some kind of a Kundalini experience that is going to be very effective for the rest of your life. So, as I said before as well, no matter what the circumstances have been in your life, we have the Ten of Swords here, betrayals. No matter how many times you got betrayed, just understand that each and every experience that you have been through is actually a blessing in disguise. All right. And I know that sounds like almost like, corny, but it is what it is. Like, what do you think, that I just like jumped here and on my seat to do this and like get this kind of reward, having all of you supporting me, loving me, all of those great stuff? You think that was just like in a heartbeat? No, it's because I've been also through the Five of Pentacles. I have seen all of it, like I've been really through deep stuff. And at the end of the day, I try to always, like, I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart. I have my Mercury, my Pluto, and my Venus is Scorpio. So I've always tried to dig deep and try to understand the why and the how and the this and the that, and always try to uplift myself, because I am a Sagittarius and my sun side. I got Pisces in my moon and my rising. So yeah, it has been a lot of betrayals. It has been a lot of backstabbing. It has been a lot of disappointment. It has been a lot of rejection. It has been a lot of not fitting in the group, not being accepted, not being appreciated, not being everything. But at the end of the day, it all makes sense, because without all of these experiences, I wouldn't have be here like teaching you guys. So that's how you need to deal with the energies. That's the perspective, the change of perspective. Like, if you would ask me, like, would you erase anything that has happened in your past? I would say absolutely no, because it would not give me the insight and the Kundalini awareness and experience that I have had at the end of the day. So it's about being appreciative, as I told about this card. That's why I love this card. It's about being appreciative and looking inside of yourself and knowing that whatever you have in your heart is already enough. All right. So that's how you kind of like deal with this kind of energy. All right. That's how you deal with the energy, changing the perspective, making sure that your mind, body, and soul is in alignment. All right. So that means not running away from what your heart's desire, not running away. Like, your mind, your body, and your heart, everything needs to be in alignment. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. This is a new beginning. These are baby steps coming towards you. These are new beginnings in love, career, personal development, but this is also making sure that you're nurturing yourself, nurturing what you have inside of yourself. For example, if you are, let's say you're afraid of being alone, all right, that's like your fear of being rejected or being afraid of being alone. Then you start to nurture yourself and start doing things alone to appreciate the time alone. And that's how you need to deal with everything. So if someone is rejecting you, for example, and it brings out a lot of, you know, karmic stuff, and it brings a lot of anxiety or fear or stress or you know, madness within you, then you just, you know, change the whole dynamic. You pivot your whole perspective and your life point, and you go into a complete different direction, and you try to rediscover yourself without giving the power in the hands of someone else that could have the ability to reject you. Because if you have yourself, then no one can actually reject you, because you have a lot of valuable assets, you have a lot of valuable time, you have a valuable heart, you have everything within yourself. So it does not, like, do not give your power away to anyone that could make you feel less or project their insecurities or their lacks on you. All right, like that's kind of like the shift that you're about to make. All right, so there's definitely something great coming up. Here we have the World card, lessons learned, karmic lessons. We do have Saturn retrograding soon, but this is definitely, it's gonna come to an end with the World card. There is a lot of great lessons that have been learned here. There's a new chapter that is coming, that is opening up, and this is a moment of being vulnerable again. Vulnerable, a child, innocent, vulnerable. The woman is standing naked, so she's all about, I've learned my lessons, and she knows how to appreciate herself, her body, her lessons. These are all about lessons, karmic lessons that you have been through, and no, it has not been very easy. I mean, we come from the Five of Pentacles. That's a lot of, you know, internal, external poverty almost, you know, a lot of limitations. Ace of Swords, a new profound perspective. This is the Ace of Swords. This is the things also, because the eagle is tied up against a tree. So it almost feels like he has lost his independence, or he has lost his freedom. Because he's getting through some kind of information that he's actually not very happy with. Like, it's not something that you want to see within yourself, but the ego is, you know, almighty enough to swallow that pill, right? So you're gonna perceive a lot of new ideas, new information, but this is also about the victory. Looking at the world through your rear view mirror and knowing that everything is behind you now. Like, you have conquered that. You have conquered what you needed to conquer. The fears within yourself, you have conquered. You're not going to be afraid of being alone. You're not going to be afraid of not being accepted. You're not going to be afraid of not being respected. You're not going to be afraid of being alone. You're not going to be afraid that you don't have anything new coming in that is going to be profound for you. You are going to have a very different way of seeing the world. Look at that. You're going to have a very new way of seeing the world, seeing your own lessons. This is exactly what I told you, right? Like, you're going to have this new awareness. And it's going to make you see things from a distance as well. And it's going to be very liberating. Once you really allow those fears to kick in, and you really look in the mirror with that, it is going to be very liberating, because it is about some kind of an acceptance of that. Like, okay, yeah, I felt like that, or yes, I I was afraid of that, but now I am not afraid of it anymore. And that itself, it's liberating. And that's exactly what the Ace of Swords is doing. That's liberation. That's breaking through old paradigms, breaking through all the stuff that belonged to the past, and you seeing it from a very high perspective. And it's not one that you want to see, because as we can see, the eagle is tied up and he's not having that, you know, he's not flying, he's not having like the freedom to fly yet. He's being forced to look at what he has gone through in life and reflect on that without him even wanting to, but he's really looking at it. Talking about that, 7 of Pentacles. Inventory of your past, inventory of what you have been through and what you got out of it. The bad experiences, it's actually a blessing in disguise. Believe it or not, it's not about being, yeah, look at that. Hermit. So we're talking about the Hermit. This is doing a very deep inventory, coming to closures, coming to a new profound perspective. A new profound perspective. Yeah, 4 of Cups. We got the 4 of Cups here. This is about rejections. And the Ace of Cups. That's wow. I just did the Aquarius reading, and for those, the Aquarius reading for YouTube and the Virgo reading for extended, it was all about the rejection. So if you have bought the full extended on Vimeo, I do recommend you to watch both of them. Virgo definitely, because it was really all about, you know, how to deal with rejections. And as I said earlier on in the video, it is all about the rejected feelings that are gonna come to the surface for you to really, you know, take a close look at. And it's all about having a pivotal point in your life and making changes. And the Ace of Cups is about self-love, self-care, self-appreciation, self-respect. So what do you do when you feel rejected by people or you don't feel like you belong there? You just choose for yourself and you change your direction. There is no way of just keep on feeding into that energy with people that do not appreciate you, or people that do not, you know, that don't respect your value or don't respect your feelings. Then you choose yourself and you stop giving. That's what you're doing. You stop giving. You stop giving and you take a stock and you really reconsider what these people really add to your life. That's not making self-sacrifices, right? Because if you keep on giving love to someone that is not giving you any love back, then you're doing a self-sacrifice, because what are you getting back? Those sacrifices will destroy you. And that is Pisces energy. You know, that those sacrifices will destroy you. So before you keep on giving, even though it's like a, you know, could be like a soulmate relationship, and that's all fine. But the more that you give, but the less that you get back, your sacrifices, your time, your energy, your own love for yourself. Just change the perspective and just love yourself. Just do things that you would do for yourself. You know, don't expect it from anyone. Do not have any expectations. This is also the 7 of Cups in this deck does represent facing your demons and starting to find new ways to fulfill yourself. This is the 7 of Cups. This is having a lot of options. Also, it talks about illusions, but this is also talking about, you know, providing yourself from a lot of options. And with options, I don't mean like, you know, having several dates or anything like that. But with options, I actually mean that you, for example, you get rejected and there's like overflow of emotions right here, right? Then we got the Ace of Cups and then we have the 7 of Cups. Find different ways to fulfill your own needs, fulfill yourself, fulfill your own dreams, fulfill yourself. Find other options to do that. The option does not mean people, right? options does not mean people. That could be reading a book, that could be going on vacation, that could be you know, doing some research about something, that could be painting, that could be listening to music. It could be like anything in that matter. But it means that if something does not pan out the way that you want to because you had expectations, then you pivot your whole direction and you do something that does fulfill you without having to lash on it. You know, you don't have to lash about it. For example, you get rejected, but that's a trigger. And the other person that does that is actually aware of the fact that you are going to have like an emotional outburst. And that could be for them a knowing that you still care. That could be for them a, you know, an ego strike, which you just overly give each and every time, because this rejection does something emotional to you. And when you get in this emotional state, you kind of like lose your power and lose your grip, and then you lash out. So what do? You take back your power, you find other options and other ways to fulfill your own self, and you stop giving. Because the more you give, the more exhausted you get. And when you get exhausted, you are more fragile and more irritated. So when someone knows exactly, okay, this person is almost, you know, on their lowest, then they trigger you, and then you lash out, and then the overflow of emotion happens. So again, 6 of Wands, overcoming. You will overcome this, but only if you do accept that you have been betrayed, you had fears, and people did betray you. Only if you do accept those changes, all right? And there's a strength card here. So there's a lot of courage that is needed, a lot of strength that is needed for you to overcome this. But this is a spiritual journey. This is spiritual success. This is getting the job well done and moving forward with grace, all right? And that's what you're going to do. But as I said, I'm so happy because when I started this reading and meditating on the energy, I was getting the Tower card, and I'm so happy that the Tower card is not here. And that's before this full moon is going to arrive for many of you. You will already experience the Tower moment. That Tower moment has already taken place for majority of you, or is still about to take place for majority of you. And this is just how you are going to be dealing with it in order for you to succeed and get through that. All right. This is definitely amazing to see the 6 of Wands. You're gonna get, it's almost like the rising from the phoenix here. Let's see. And for others of you, once you go through that Hermit, all right, once you go into that corner of reflection, but really deep reflection, all right, without having any fear about your own fears, not running away from them, and really facing those rejected feelings and emotions, you will receive new love. And there's going to be plenty of them coming towards you, where you are going to have to make a decision. All right, that's what it seems like to me. You're gonna have a lot of different opportunities coming to you. So yeah, don't give your power away. Don't give your power away just because of that. What are the messages? Guide. A guide, mentor, and trustworthy ally. So for some of you, there is this moment where you do need to talk with someone. This is the Hermit. Could also definitely be a guide, someone that is that has a lot of wise advices for you. So maybe this is a moment for you guys to, you know, dig a little bit deeper or talk with someone that has a lot of profound wisdom or knowledge about your situation, because every situation is different. So, and also, as I said earlier on in the reading, all the things that you've gone through, if you can, you know, open your mind about it and your perspective about it, and let that Kundalini experience go through you and accept what has happened, you will become a guide to many people around you. You will become that, you know, the mentor, the trustworthy trustworthy ally, because you will know exactly how you need to deal with those kind of energies and how you can help people with that. So it's all for the right reason. Just like how we are here as light workers, we help you guys, but it's about you needing to help other people as well once your time is there. So that's lovely to see, because we just talked about that guide and how you are going to be understanding a lot more about why you went through all of this. We got quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Well, that's definitely here with, you know, the whole reading is about that. You know, really reconsidering everything that you've gone through, really facing your demons from the past, your experiences from the past. And really take your time to ponder. And I think we've already discussed that as well. Karmic completion. Didn't I tell you? This is definitely the karmic completion, the negative energy, the forces that try to disturb your energy or disturb your path. Definitely for those who have been dealing with, you know, not only karmic soulmates, but also soulmates where other karmic people were trying to interfere in your energy or in, within your path. That is going to be resolved within this full moon of Scorpio. All right, like things are going to get clear, and that's why you do need to, you know, have a clear mind and just really focus on your rewards or your the things that you have gone through. Do not focus on the other person or do not focus on other people. Really only about your own journey. All right. Self-inventory. Spiritual partnership. As I said, there is a spiritual partnership that is going to come in. For majority of you, it seems to be a new person. For others of you, it could be, you know, your soulmate coming in. But I feel this is like for a new, this seems like new energy that's gonna come in, right? This seems like new energy. And you should be proud of yourself. After this full moon, you should really have a list ready for yourself where you can really point out like, okay, I'm glad that this happened. I'm glad that that happened. And definitely look at these bad experiences. Because you will be reborn after this. Definitely, you will be reborn after this. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of different ideas that you want to manifest. All right? And if you do have a lot of options, it is time for you to narrow down those options. Okay? There could be only one person in your heart, and that's about it. Devotion and the moon. Wow, look at that. We got the moon and devotion. Be devoted and almost like respect the cycles of the moon. Respect that you feel a bit down. Respect the sadness that you feel. Respect the fear that you feel. Be devoted to understand. This is definitely like Scorpio. Being devoted to the moon, to the darker cycles of life, and trying to understand, really being devoted and trying to understand your emotions, trying to understand your fears, and being really devoted. I cannot believe this. Like, that's just amazing. That's really amazing. Wow. Do not try to run away from it. That's what it seems like here. Okay, we were fast. Clairsentience. Archangel Raguel, notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. All right. No more words needed. Seriously. Really try to write down every emotion that you feel so you can really take a deep, close look of where they are coming from. One more card. Courage. Be courageous and stand up for what you believe. Stand up for your beliefs. Do not shy away just because people don't accept you. Do not shy away because people don't respect your ideas or your belief systems. Be courageous and stand tall, just like this eagle. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you want to put me on a corner, but I'm still an eagle. All right? Like, that's the courageous energy that needs to come out of you. Like, okay, I have a different mindset. I totally accept that different mindset. I'm gonna get all out here. I'm gonna bring them all out. Rigid. It is a time for you to accept that you're going to be rigid. Just look forward to it, because afterwards you're gonna get like a huge reward out of it. But you do need to just sit with the fact that you feel rigid about a situation, about how your life has been, about how the situation has evolved. And find understanding. Look at that. Find a higher understanding. Be acceptance of how the divine works. Okay, like just like the moon, everything has a cycle. All right, just like the moon, you need to obey to the cycles of the moon, and also in the cycles within your own physical body, your own emotions, and find an understanding within those rigid moments that you're facing. It is going to define your individuality. And we are entering the Aries season, so we are in the Aries season. It is all about individuality, how you present yourself to the outside world. What are your perspectives? What are your belief systems? How do you feel about things? How do you think about things? Like, it's all for you to accept all of those facets within yourself. Let's see. What's the Isis deck saying? There is fertility here as well. Potential, powerful, creative energy, and initiation of energy. So there's definitely, we have twice a baby. So there's definitely a new, the sun is shining in. What else do you want? We have a lot of new stuff that you need to nurture as well within yourself, but also like projects or other relationships. All right. You got leap of faith. All right. Take risks and put your heart's true desire into action. Talking about destiny. We've got wings of Isis. You have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic worlds. Part of your soul purpose is to birth. Again, we got a lot of birth here. So rest is assured that after this deep, deep transformation that you're going to go through with those fears, there is going to be a birth. You have a special relationship with the angelic worlds. Part of your soul purpose is to birth angelic consciousness and values such as fearlessness, compassion, and service into human culture. This oracle also brings you angelic assistance, intervention, and confirmation too. Well, didn't we just start the whole reading with that? Didn't we just start with the fact that you are supposed to go through all of these bad experiences for you to become a guide? This got confirmed, and this got confirmed as well. You got divine destiny. The divine warrior is within you, helping you to continue with a worthy path even during times of difficulty. When faced with a challenge, a true warrior will summon more of himself or herself to the cause. It might be by bringing more wisdom, focus, and intelligence, or surrendering into the divine. The warrior within has great inner resourcefulness and determination. So this is definitely talking about the power of Scorpio and trying to find out the wisdom, the clarity, the focus, the intelligence about why you had to go through that. That's the epiphany that is going to come to you, which is going to be, you know, setting stones for your future path and your future destiny. And that is all what this all is about, because it is all talking about why you had to go through a specific lesson, a specific period of, you know, limitation, because it is all about liberating. Because when Scorpio leaves and goes to Sagittarius, it is all about liberation. And that's because he has accepted, or she has accepted, going through this, and then the liberation comes, then the freedom comes, and then no one can actually tell you anything, just like with the Sagittarius, right? No one can tell you anything about like, oh this and oh that, or you're this and oh you're that. No, because it will not affect you anymore. And that's what the whole lesson is about, so that you get immune for people making you feel like that. Okay, so that was your reading. Do I have anything else? Well, since we are still, I don't like to stop. You know, I don't know how to stop. That's like a Saggy. We won't stop. But when we stop for once and for all. Let's see. This is the Lightworkers one, and I never usually use this on my general readings. But let's see, since we are on such a spiritual journey on this one. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive, and connect with nature. So you need to get grounded. You're gonna have to need it. Get yourself into nature. Go jogging. Go meditating. Go smell the flowers or do something. Go gardening. But whatever you do need to get grounded. You're gonna get very sensitive. You're gonna get a lot of epiphanies, downloads from the universe to. And you're going to be fearful about that because there's going to be a lot of darkness coming through as well. And you need to be very grounded. So if you feel that energy coming up and you're getting sensitive to, you know, psychic hits, get yourself grounded before you lose yourself in it. Oof, that was, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your North Node. So you guys are going towards your North Node. Aries is at this point the North Node? No, that's not true. That's my North Node. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Just accept, or not accept, I'm sorry. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust where you're going as well. All right. And let's do one last card, all right? What do we need to know for this? Ooh. Someone you love is thinking fondly at you at the moment. Well, we were not thinking about that person, didn't we? Okay, so yeah, there is definitely someone that truly, deeply loves you. Perhaps I need to do another reading on that. Goddess of the shadows, what you perceive to be your dark side holds a hidden treasure. Gosh, this whole reading that's just one sentence, really. Let me just rephrase it for you again. What you perceive to be your dark side holds a hidden treasure. Didn't I just say in the beginning of this reading that it's all about your gifts and you should not hide them? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Let me just pull one more card because I'm really in the zone. I'm really in the zone. Okay, yes, as I said, this again. Goddess of the earth, an idea connected to imagination, creativity, and nature is coming your way. And we talked about that. Ideas, new imagination, just accept it. You are going to, you know, move towards it. And you have angel of addiction healing. This is a time of positive transformation and healing. I am out of words. You know what? I cannot stop. I won't stop until I stop. I'm really in the mood for this reading. Dreamer. This is about the Seven of Cups. Your dreams have chosen you. Find fulfillment in pursuing your destiny. This is the magic of life. This is about those different ideas and different dreams and different things that you're going to receive as downloads that you need to go after. Wow. Okay. I need to stop. I guess I need to stop. After this one, I need to stop. Adversity. Yes. This is what. Yes. See the gifts in challenge. One can be taught within the calm, but the greatest lessons are learned from the storms. Adversity. Try to dance in rain. Try to dance within the adversity. Like the whole reading is about that. I just love it. I just really love it. Here we have dance as well. Find your heart's rhythm. Step lightly and swing with the melody. Close your eyes and let joy lead the way. Just try to dance things away. Just that. Well, not after this reading. You do need to face your fears, but there is a lot of enjoyment and nice moments that are going to come towards you. So I love this. I love this. We got healing here. We got rebirth here. My goodness. Okay, I'm going to stop this reading. I hope this reading gave you guys enough clarity. I think it did. So hold on tight and don't forget to put your belt on because it is going to be a heavy ride, but we are going to get out of it. Most definitely. So I hope that I can do another reading soon, because we do still have time for that Scorpio full moon coming up. It's like 2 weeks still. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.